new start of a new podcast, and I have more order this time. So I'm joined with Bridget and Mark again.
Hey.
And we're going to start off with what we've been playing lately and stuff like that. So let's just start with Bridget first, ladies first.
What have I been playing lately? Not much really. I mean, yesterday I bought Super Meat Boy because it was on sale on Steam for $3, so I had to get it. But lately I haven't been into games because there's been like, a break in games for right now because all the new games are going to be coming out when PS4 comes out and it's Christmas time. So.
Alright, so Super Meat Boy, is that really difficult?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Because I figured it would be because a lot of people say it's like Super Mario Bros. On crack.
It is. It's hard to get used to. The controls are kind of weird.
Oh, really? Like, what's like the button? Like
Shift, the left and right arrow keys, and space. Like, it's all across the freaking thing.
I've been playing Phoenix Wright.
I have 2 of those games already.
Yeah, you already did?
I got them a long time ago.
Yeah, I like Phoenix Wright right now. I got a Yomicon. I'm loving it right now. I love yelling objection and stuff into like the 3DS.
I don't know why, but when when I first played it, it was entertaining, but it's not something you can play forever.
Oh no,
it gets boring.
Yeah, it gets difficult and boring at some points. You have to get all the evidence together.
I think I have 3 of the games. My mom kind of got them because she's a lawyer and she thought it was funny and she likes them. So that's a whole other side of the spectrum. But that's that.
Like, which ones do you have? You had like the first one, the second one, and the third one, like the first 3, or is it like all over the place? It's like spin-offs too.
I have the first 3 or first 2. I think. I don't know about the third one. I know I have the first 2 though.
Because like I think the second one's called Trials and Tribulations, and there's like Justice for All is the second one, and Trials and Tribulations, and there's spin-offs.
Yeah, I have 2. I have the first 2. I don't know about which spin-off I have for the third one. My mom just picks them up sometimes.
Yeah, the fifth one came out on eShop.
Mm.
Which apparently it recognized voice recognition or whatever on there, so you can make a frowny face to know that you don't like the evidence or something that was given to you. Just
Do you have any other games you've been playing lately?
No, that's been like pretty much it. I mean, well, I could talk about.
I could talk about how a game that I just got because my friend Devin let me borrow it. I got Hyperdimension Neptunia, the first game.
Hyperdimension Neptunia, what's that?
It also has an anime to it, but it's you're in a world called Game Industry. Yes, let me tell you about this game. And pretty much, you're in a world where there's a bunch of, like, there's creatures and stuff. It's an RPG. It's like Final Fantasy almost.
Okay.
But you can pick different endings and stuff, and it's more like, there's a lot of fan service. Well, not a lot, but there can be fan service. You gotta figure it out in the game. Main character in the second one that I already have, because that was the only one on PlayStation Network. The second one, the main person is Nepgear, and she has a party of Kampa and IF. So you pretty much fight with them and you pick up other people along the way, and then they leave every now and then. But you have CPUs, that's what they are. They're pretty much, they turn into like, they have like superpowers. It could be kind of like a magical girl game, but it's more like they're robots type thing. It's weird. People would need to play it to get it, but the opening scene is like, why?
Oh, is it just nothing like nudity or something?
Well, I mean, when they turn into their CPU forms, when they do their HDD transform thing, when they do the transform over there, then it's like, they kind of wear skimpy clothes.
Oh.
I mean, it's not really kind of, like, very, but, I don't, anyways, what did you even ask me?
I know, it's just...
Because you asked about skimpy clothes.
What was the game called again?
Hyperdimension Neptunia. Yeah.
Skimpy clothing, hot chicks. That's all you know.
Oh, you asked about the opening. Okay, the opening is when they're in the game industry graveyard. It's starting off from the end of the first one, and all of the CPUs that were trying to defeat this big bad guy or whatever, and They ended up getting trapped there, but they're kind of like, this is uncomfortable.
Well, you better just come out with it. I like to consider showing how
I don't
or
want
something.
to say it in front of them, though. That's uncomfortable.
You need to say it.
They're kind of bound by this weird, mechanical thing that kind of has like tentacles, but it's not tentacles.
Oh,
That's all you need
so
to
it's
say,
tentacle penis.
No, but it's not like that though, because but anyways, you find them, and then they wake up, and you can only save one of them, which is Nepgear. But they're all like, you know, bound in certain positions. I guess you'd be like,
Oh.
Oh, that's it, all right there.
yeah. And their boobs jiggle. Just saying.
Oh yes, it's like Dead or Alive. Like boobs always jiggle. You can make physics for Dead or Alive to make their boobs jiggle a certain way. But Mark, what have you been playing lately?
I have been doing a second playthrough of Project Cross Zone. I'm pretty much just stalling time for Christmas and all that, just kind of going through all my old games and stuff. And yeah, this game, I definitely enjoyed it the second time around. It's been really good. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite 3DS games so far. I really enjoy it. You know, lots of characters, a lot of fan service too. If you know these franchises and everything.
I saw those posters. Wow.
Well, not necessarily that, but there's just, you know, like, it's not often you see Ryu talking to Akira and Jin, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Alright, so that's what we've been doing lately, and I'm moving on to the news. Okay, so, what I found this week was pretty interesting, I talked to you guys about briefly, was the Wii Mini. It's going for $100 this Christmas.
That's a pretty good price for it, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Especially considering games nowadays come out for 50 and 60 bucks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good price for a console, but I don't know.
Now, are they packaging it with anything?
I don't know. No, it's coming with Mario Kart, I think.
Alright, now that's a good deal.
Yeah, that's
For $100
pretty
bucks, yeah.
Yeah, for $100, and hey, all the poor kids who couldn't get a Wii can, like, celebrate this Christmas, hopefully.
Even though I think the Wii has died off quite a bit.
It has.
Yeah,
Like almost completely. Let's be realistic here, guys. Nobody really plays it unless they're playing Super Smash Bros. But
Oh yeah, speaking of that, we got the Wii U coming around. That's like, why would you? I don't understand why they want to put the Wii Mini out and then put Wii U and like try to market those two. I don't understand.
Wii U,
They're trying to offer salvation to poor kids.
Yeah, just poor kids. Oh, you're poor. Here's $100 system.
well, it's good. It's good for the poor kids, but everyone else is getting the PS4. Okay, everyone's getting the PS4.
Yeah, because
And then there's gonna be that one dumb fuck with like a Wii Mini, and they're like, "This is all my mom got me for Christmas." Shut up about your PS4.
Because the PS4 is
I
going to be
was told this was the
1080p.
better option.
The PS4 is going to be 1080p, and the Xbox One is going to be 720. So I'm going to bet that the PS4 is going to win this
Well,
Christmas.
duh. I mean,
It just dawned on me. Maybe that's a nod to the old name for the second night.
Oh yeah, hey, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We went down for it just cause.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, dude, I already knew that because I was obsessed with the PS4 and the Xbox, like, revealings and stuff at E3, and I was on that shit.
Oh
Like,
my god. PS4 was jacking themselves off before they could even throw out a system.
You know, I gotta say, considering how long we had to wait for a PS3, doesn't it seem like the PS4 just kind of came
yeah.
sooner?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, I used to read a lot of Game Informers and a bunch of other. Okay, I'm a nerd. Maybe not a nerd,
Established
but I
that.
have issues. But yeah, I was reading one, and there was a section about one of the guys that was the lead for Sony. He said that they weren't going to come out with a new console, and this was before they said the PS4 was coming out.
Oh, yeah.
They said, we're not going to come out with a new console, because with the PS2, it had a lot of time, had a bunch of games. It was
Yeah.
very, like, a vast amount of games that you could choose from for it, and it was good. Nobody was really complaining for a new system to come out. They liked it. They wanted to kind of wait for the PS3
To be
To
like
even be
out
a
of
thing?
prime, or maybe?
Yeah, to even be out of its prime or anything. But then once Xbox announced that they were coming out with a new system, they had to. So that's the only, like, I think it was kind of quick for it. There's not a lot of games that you can choose, and it's not like a bunch of awesome games like with the PS2. You could find a bunch of like these weird freaking games that were freaking amazing. I'm not even gonna lie, half the games I own are not the top games that, or anywhere near the idea of like the games that they have now for the PS3.
Yeah.
They're not even in the same category, alright?
No, like the RPG Ni no Kuni, I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah, I know.
That's so cool.
Hi, Studio Ghibli here. What is Of course I know about Ni no Kuni.
Oh my god. Anyways, that and the Legend of Zelda 3DS XL bundle for the, you know, Link Between Two Worlds.
Yeah, stuff like that.
It looks pretty sweet. It's gold and stuff like that. It's got the Triforces all
I'll
around.
be next.
You know, at the same time, like, if you're this person, if you're that person going out to buy these custom-made 3DSs, I would be kind of pissed off just because, oh, look, another one I have to go buy. Yeah, it's cool, but no, another, like, what?
Oh yeah, because they throw out those lot of 3DSs out, XLs, the Pokemon X one.
There's a lot of
yeah,
special edition
yeah.
3DSs that you gotta go buy if you really want those.
God, I was kicking myself so hard when they announced the Kingdom Hearts. If I would have got that Kingdom Hearts 3DS at Youmacon when I saw it, oh my god. I want to bring up the Utada doing the
The third?
song for.
Yes.
No, it's not been confirmed yet. It's not been confirmed.
I thought they did. I thought they
No,
did
they
confirm
not.
it.
No, they did not. Cage13.com said like, oh, they jumped the gun and said, oh yeah, totally, she's fucking doing it, but no.
No, she's. Oh no, this
Not
better
confirmed.
happen.
Not confirmed.
This better. I will cry.
You know, Square Enix, you sorry sacks of shit.
If you fuck
fucking
up
put in.
Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm gonna hunt you down. And I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, this is that game where it cannot be fucked up.
Yeah, well, but Square has been fucking up their new games lately. You gotta admit, like they fucked up Final Fantasy. Why? No! And they did it for 3 games straight.
Oh, they did.
They're making well, okay, I won't say 3 games straight because I don't know about Lightning Returns yet, but 2 games straight! Fuck that shit.
Oh yeah, and Final Fantasy 15 can suck my dick because that shit not Final Fantasy to me at all. From what it looks like,
I haven't
it's
even
not.
looked at it.
It's not even. It's not even.
I'm gonna be the one to try and defend this here. You gotta wait until you play, because honestly,
I
it
know,
looks like it has the potential to
but
be really
to
good.
me,
Like,
it's not a Final Fantasy game. I'll appreciate it as a game, but I will not appreciate it as a Final Fantasy game.
well, there are plenty of games that go outside of their comfort zone after a while and try something different. Like,
I know,
Eventually they'll
but-
snap back when they realize that no
Yeah.
one's buying their games, so
'Cause
I wouldn't worry too much.
I'm just saying though, this looks like it could be good. I'm not necessarily.
Lightning Returns, just by the pictures and stuff that I've seen, and some of the stuff that I've seen online about it, it doesn't look half bad, honestly. It looks like it's a step up from frickin' 13 and 13-2, trust me.
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
I played through and... Do you understand how hard it is to play through a Final Fantasy game that takes you a long-ass motherfucking time to get through when the storyline is so goddamn bland and all of the fights are so fucking long? I know.
Well, it's already a
I
pain-
know how
it's already
bad
a pain
that
in the
was.
ass when you can't go 5 minutes without a cutscene. That right
You
there.
gotta
is
change
sad.
paradigms.
Well, I mean, changing paradigms, I'm actually okay with that because that was actually you get to customize it and switch instead of switching out
The
characters
game
like 10.
plays itself. That's the reason why I don't really care for it so much. The game plays itself.
Eh.
Like, you just switch to paradigms, and then you're just
Switching
pushing
paradigms
things
is
into
almost
command.
exactly the same thing as switching out your characters. Because in 10, you had all of your party with you all the time. Just switch out one person for Lulu. There you go. Now you got magic on your team.
You know what I liked about that, by the way? It didn't take up a turn.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
always
a
really
bitch.
nice.
Like in Pokemon, where it's like, okay, I want to switch out Pokemon. Oh, it's super effective and it kills them anyway. And then you switch.
Yeah, but paradigms, I don't mind it because you construct it your own way, and if you have to walk through it, definitely helps with like every single boss that you have to fight because holy shit.
So I guess we're done with news here because there's nothing much, and Mark had to run out for a second, so he'll be back. So the main topic this week, hopefully there's no one barges in the fucking room, is Halloween stuff, theme stuff. Since we were late on last week's episode to get to it, so I just want to talk about like Halloween movies and stuff.
Movies and stuff?
Yeah, like any type of like scary shit, personal experience. I just want to talk about scary.
Oh, I have some stories to tell. Let me tell you. Okay, so like 2 years ago, I went to a haunted house / hayride / corn maze. Okay, and I went with my cousin. Now, I wasn't scared for most of it because, you know, I don't get really scared by much, because trust me, fucking horror movies are not horror, they're shit.
Yeah.
But Anyways, I was in the corn maze and there's a strobe light. You can barely see where you're going. There's corn stalks everywhere. And I'm with me and my cousin's friends, and it's just, oh god, it's so hard to tell because it's just so creepy. Like, okay, I was just, trying to find my way through the freaking corn maze, and then out of nowhere, there is a guy breathing down my neck, and I freaked out. I ran so fucking fast that, oh my god, I ran into a creepy murderous clown, and I almost cried.
Oh.
I swear, that was like the worst thing ever. Everything else is fine, though. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's like getting breathing down your neck.
I didn't know he was there! Because there was like a bunch of music, and then it was all strobe lights, couldn't see, couldn't hear anything. I was just walking, mind my own business, and then out of nowhere, I'm just like, no! Of course I'm gonna freak out. What if
I think they put like cameras around that place so they know exactly where they're going at the right time.
Yeah.
Because Universal Studios, during Halloween, they get fucking psycho. They have people out with chainsaws out in the daytime. You always getting scared 24/7. We leave your
This is
hotel.
why I don't go to like Halloween weekends or anything like amusement parky during Halloween, because that's a no-no. Yeah, we could talk about movies now if you want, because I think all horror movies suck.
So, the Paranormal Activity shit needs to stop. This has become a fad.
I've watched all of them and they all suck.
The first one kind of creeped me out. I'm gonna be
sucked.
honest.
Second one sucked. I don't even think I gave the third one the light.
No, now everyone has balls of steel like you do.
Nothing's creepy. Well, okay. Well, for me, maybe it's not creepy because I don't have dreams when I sleep, so then I don't have nightmares. So I can stay up reading like
nightmares.
creepypasta.
I just fuck with myself a lot. I go like, what's around the corner over there? I have to start playing some scary ass music in my head. I fuck with myself a little too much. My worst enemy is myself, my head.
I'm not like that because I guess I'm not creative enough. Like, you know what sucks more in the world out of anything? Not being creative, but you have the artistic abilities.
Yeah, that sucks.
Because I can draw things, and it looks nice. But if someone were to give me a piece of paper and a pencil and say, draw something, I can't fucking do it.
You just have to think what's inside your head. Like, what's like the most deepest thing you can pull out of yourself, maybe, and just throw it on paper. That's what I do. Just like anything in my head I can think of, just randomly, just spread it out. I don't have artistic ability. That sucks. I have the creative ability to do some things, but I just can't put it out on paper.
I am thinking of nothing. So
that's sad. I'm sorry for you, Bridget.
Yeah. I think it's because I live in the real world and I don't actually have any creativeness in my brain whatsoever. So it's like, no.
It's really
You're staring at a wall trying to think of something to draw. What the fuck are you doing, Bridget? You can't think of anything. Like that's my.
I mean, if I could think about it, I could just draw some crazy slash murderer. That's easy.
The thing about being creative these days is most of your ideas, if you come up with something that's already been taken and you don't even realize it sometimes, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to be creative these days.
Yeah, so we were in the middle of talking about, horror themed things, whatever,
Movies.
and we were talking about, like, how things can fuck with your mind sometimes, and he's talking about how she has the creativity to do so.
You know what's funny? You know what I find is, something is a lot more scary when it's not intended to be. And it comes off fake. I love that.
Just the long-ass hallways, they're just hallways.
Yeah.
They're just simple shit scares the fuck out of people.
Something that's not intended to be scary but comes off that way is even better than something that's tried.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to know something that I just realized right now while you're talking about that? You know that uneasy feeling you get like someone's watching you or like you're creeped out by something? Think about this for a second. It's the same feeling you get when you see someone's mom yelling at them. You're so uneasy that you don't know what to do, but you're not creeped out. It's just the same feeling.
When I'm in the car with,
when they're arguing.
When your parents are arguing, I think they're gonna smack the shit out of me. I get scared. Like,
you're doing that. I'm just sitting back and enjoying the ride.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying the ride and shit. It's like, oh, this is normal to be. They're all yelling.
That's music to my ears, man. You have no idea. I love eavesdropping on that.
Yeah, I felt sorry for Jay one day. My mom was like going through one of her phases. She's like bipolar, and he was getting a ride home from me or whatever, and he's just chilling in the back seat, and my mom is fucking livid for no goddamn reason me.
Let me guess. Menopause.
No, not even menopause yet. I wish that was what it was, because then she'd be like,
that's nature's sick
so
joke.
hot.
I hate that.
Then she would like leave me alone and go do something about herself, but. But anyway, no, she was just screaming at me the entire car ride, and I felt like bad. I'm like, dude, seriously, stop. I have someone in the car. She's like, you did not just tell me to shut up. You did not tell me to stop. You were not going to tell me to do anything. I am your mother. And I'm like, stop. There is someone else in the car. He was really uncomfortable. He said sorry to me yesterday, like the day after. He's just like, Bridget, I am so sorry. I'm like,
really scary though? That one day you probably end up picking up a trait from your parents just because this is something invisible.
Oh, you don't even realize.
You don't even realize it,
always,
but you pick it right up. I pick a lot of things up from my grandfather. I don't even realize it. A lot of things.
even like little phrases that they say, you pick up too, and then someone else will make fun of you and be like, what?
Yeah,
and it's
it's
like,
normal to me.
Yeah, and it's like this thing.
Like, I said jump the gun once, and my little brother's friend is just like, jump the gun? God, you're speaking like an old man. I'm like...
Anyways, like...
That goddamn crap.
I know. Oh, I can think.
We're probably gonna get like 15 minutes worth of podcast in the end. Watch.
Yeah, just like, 15 minutes. That's good. Podcast. No, but I want to talk about horror fad. What do you think the next horror fad is gonna be? Because they're already doing exorcisms and,
Vampires and werewolves are all done. They're overdone.
Mommy?
I would go out of my way to say they got ruined. Because of a certain movie.
Because I would put my bets on some mummies and some shit. Because you haven't really
No,
tried
they already had
Frankenstein.
They already had the mummy.
Even though that wasn't horror at all. But yeah, that's pretty much going to keep them from ever making a horror one.
I mean, they already tried. They tried a bunch of shit earlier. I mean, why the hell? Why not just go with Frankenstein though? Why the hell not? I mean, there was.
I know this has been regurgitated, but why not make a new slasher series?
A new slasher series.
A new slasher series would be refreshing, although a lot of people would be like, "Why are you making a new slasher flick?"
Well, it'd be better. It'd be better.
It'd be better than the
It'd be better
old
than a
ones.
half-ass remake. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Exactly. They should make a whole new series.
I would rather see a new slasher than an Asian Freddy, because that's what that guy looks like. I mean, seriously. That makeup looked terrible.
Well, let me just say this. We have grown up in a generation of people over fucking doing it. Let's say our parents grew up in a generation where they made new movies and then they became a series of movies. We live in the whole thing where every horror movie we've ever watched, just fucking remake.
Yeah, right.
Just a fucking remake.
Yeah.
It makes me sad. Even like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon was a new thing when we were younger, but it's been over fucking made. Stop.
I was in 3D.
And Yu-Gi-Oh is overdone too.
Okay.
They don't come
I will still
up.
argue. We
Teen
talked about
Titans
this
Go.
last week.
Yeah, no, but I mean everything in our life has been just a remake of something older.
I know, and to link this back to horror films or whatever, each time that someone wants to come out with something new, they get slapped on the wrist for it. Why?
They're like, no, big
No,
business is
no,
big
no.
business.
Business is big. Yeah,
And you know what makes horror really hard is at this point, what hasn't been done?
Well,
I mean,
could.
everybody's been killed in every possible way imaginable at this point. That's what makes it hard,
I think Saw was the only people to come up and go, okay, there's one thing
Yeah,
you didn't do.
I give them credit for being innovative.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was actually that's my favorite horror series.
I'm also saying video games are the same thing too. If you've
Yeah.
noticed,
Well, video
everyone
games-
is thriving off of the new Devil May Cry or the new Resident Evil.
The thing about video games is
Call of Duty.
You don't necessarily have to come up with a new idea, but just make it better. And they've just kind of been putting way too much money into that. Too,
Yeah, they've been putting too much money into graphics when honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now we hold a standard. Before that, they could have kept dishing out shitty ass graphics and given us quality games, but no, they were like, we have the technology. Let's use it. Now we have standards where we don't want to sit down and play a shitty ass looking game. We want a sleek, well-made game, but also good storyline. I know it's too much to ask for, but we're getting to the point where it's that needs to be done to save the game industry.
We need
honestly,
a renaissance full of new media.
Yeah.
Period.
Pretty much.
A renaissance. Completely.
The games they made
Video game revolution.
Yes.
the games they made before the technology, fucking awesome. Before what they could do now. Right now, the graphics are fucking amazing. It'll blow people's minds. Except for people are just it's just video games now.
think another problem is the games that people grew to love too. I mean, it becomes a basis. It becomes a standard now. Like Dragon Ball Z for anime, for shonen anime, to be correct. That was the standard now. Like if you're better than Dragon Ball Z, then you are awesome. But if you want to go step outside Dragon Ball Z, then you're just shitty.
There's a big thing about, well, chicks in general with anime. It's different. They broaden everything.
Yeah.
Chicks are different. Guys, it's like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. That's all we need to talk about. And sometimes Bleach.
I like to argue that. Some people just don't care for the shoujos and other stuff like that. They just don't like to get out to there because they don't really care for it. I mean, I can understand.
I know, because I'm a straight up like shoujo, that is my life type thing, and Andrea's more shonen, and she's my best friend, unless you guys didn't know that, but Andrea's my best friend.
Yeah.
And, like, we're complete polar opposites, but sometimes we'll watch each other's anime, and it just,
oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, this is alright, but, you know, anime, I gotta say one thing, anime is doing its own thing, and it's doing it right, because not all of them are the same. A lot of them have different, like, horror themes. There are horror animes. There are fighting animes. There are shit ton of different things. And they do make way different ideas than a previous one that has already been made. So.
Because one issue I'm having with anime right now is becoming a lot more fan servicey than it ever was. It's really like every cover of a new anime that comes out has to have some hot chick with some big boobs. Every single anime.
That's a guy anime, though.
So, well, not necessarily. Sometimes it's
Kenichi?
Like
don't even tell me about Kenichi. Kenichi is fan service for guys.
No, it's not even that. It's just like, you know, why do we have to put like women in this sort of
sex
light? You know?
Sells. Sex sells. And it's
sex
anime.
Does sell. I talked about that before.
It's never gonna stop selling either.
I'm just gonna put my video out there. Me sex in the media over there. I did
Oh my god, I'm not even kidding. I never watched TV, but I was watching, I don't remember what the fuck I was watching, with my mom. There was a commercial on for, I still don't know what they were selling, but it was like this, like, half-naked chick just walking around. I'm like, what are they trying to sell? Like, me and my mom just stopped, we're like, what? She's like, seriously, what are they trying to sell me? And like, at the end it was like something fucking weird, like, I don't even know, like, oh, it was a phone! It was a phone! They were trying to sell a phone!
Phone?
Yeah!
Well, I guess attention.
It does.
I'm no better
You have to
than anybody else.
have naked chick up there for a phone. I mean, the good
You
phone
didn't
companies
even-
don't do that.
The thing is, you didn't see the phone once until the very end,
That's the...
and then you knew what it was about, and then it said Virgin Mobile. I'm
mean-
like,
Yeah, I would be amused, but I'm not gonna get your phone.
it makes someone watch the television screen, though. They're what the fuck are they trying to
I want your
sell?
number, but just not the phone. But yeah, so sex does sell, and I think it's becoming too much of a, like, no one really focuses. It's just
A really
eye
popular,
catcher.
a really popular anime that doesn't have any sex in it is Madoka Magica. I haven't really gotten into it myself, but apparently it's fucked up in so many goddamn ways. Like, they're like, oh, cute little magic girl anime, and then it's like, oh no, like that's how the storyline goes.
Wait, so it's just like, because I remember like they're talking about this little thing that falls around, wants them to sign a contract for a wish or something, and they become like a magical fairy princess, some shit. And you have to be a little girl in order to sign or whatever, right?
I don't watch it.
God damn it, Bridget.
Brace it up and then just.
I know a little bit about it, but I don't really fucking know.
Yeah, I do know a little bit about it. I know
Yeah,
the
because I
gist.
saw a shirt at Yomicon with this little thing, and it said contract? Like, just, I guess it's supposed to be fucked up.
Yeah, apparently, like, it just goes off. I don't even know what it does.
Yeah,
like, it makes it-
I'm curious to know what it does. Like, I want to know what this fucking thing does. What does
I
this
want to
thing do?
know where the entire storyline goes, because people are just like, oh, cute little magical girl anime, and then they're just like, oh no.
Oh, God.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
What are
And
you
I'm
doing
just
to them?
like,
Oh, God.
please explain to me what happens, and they're like, watch it. And I'm like, I don't want to watch it. Just tell me.
It makes it more mysterious.
Yeah, I
that
know.
way, I guess. You just
Yeah.
just watch it.
Another thing that's been blowing up is Homestuck.
I'm stuck.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
You just went to Yumicon. There
Yeah.
are people with gray on them, gray entire like face and arms and everything.
So we're just gonna end this with, go watch Madoka Magica because we haven't watched it.
And then let us know, please.
What the fuck happens to these children?
Just ruin it. I don't even care. Just ruin it for me.